Hi friends, today is Friday. To look at the calendar. Oh, the 11th of August. Friday, August 11th, 2023. I am at home right now on my break. I've got about 15 minutes before I have to leave to be on time for work. I was just making, there's Yue. Enjoy. He's a baby boy. I was just making some coffee. That way I can have some extra coffee and maybe have some extra oomph today. It's been a rough couple of weeks. I know I haven't posted in a while. I will be, as of finishing this video, I'm going to post this video and another video beforehand that was probably done like a month ago or maybe even a month and a half. But real quick, there we go. I have been in a rut. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? You cute. I loves you. I gotta play with him. This is his favorite toy. That's Yue, by the way. Anybody who doesn't know. And anybody else who doesn't know, my name is Melissa. Welcome back to my channel. So Yue loves to play with this toy. It's his favorite. Anyway, so I have been in a rut, and I've been super depressed the last couple of weeks. Things at work have not been great. And I have been thinking about getting another job. I've been kind of looking, but not like very actively because I love my job and I love the people that I work with and I love the children that I work with. Some of you may know I work at a daycare, and I love it, but unfortunately things are not going so hot there. So anyway, what was I going to talk about? Oh, so I do believe back up to 272 point something this morning. Usually I take a picture of my weigh-ins, but I haven't really wanted to the last couple of times. Partially to save memory on my phone, and partially to, well, that's actually the main reason, but also because like I've just logged it immediately afterwards and I can't remember what it was this morning. So I probably won't log it since I don't remember exactly what it was, but I know it was 272 point something pounds. And so I am up now. I think overall I might be down like 1 pound since the beginning of the year. I can't remember. I know that I am, from when I very first started trying to get serious about my health about 5-ish years ago, I am down probably about 10 to 15 pounds, give or take. But we'll play with it. You were the one telling me to play, okay? He's mad because I'm not paying attention while I'm playing with him. And he is adorable. And we love him very much. But anyway, gosh, I just went on the struggle bus. And I know that I've talked about it before, but I think I've talked about it before, where it's really hard to go back to square one when you're basically going back to the beginning of where you started with your health and fitness, when you've come so far, but things happen in your life that set you back, and then it is really hard to start back where you were. So instead of being, say, at level 6, you were like, you're level 6, you had to start back at level 1 and rebuild everything or even level 0 from the very, very beginning, and rebuild kind of everything just to get back into the swing of heading back to level 6 where you left off when things started going downhill with life. So so for example, when I was being super healthy and all that jazz, I have to fix this little dude here. So my apologies if the screen's turned, because I just realized it tied a knot. Anyway, so there we go. So at my peak physical health and fitness, I was, that wall needs painted. I was lifting weights. I was doing a lot of different equipment at the gym. I was running like roughly 3 miles every day. or nearly every day of the week. And, you know, I was eating a lot healthier. You know, I had a lot of energy. I can walk upstairs no problem, and I can run upstairs no problem without getting winded, you know, like 1 or 2 flights of stairs without getting any kind of winded. Bending down to get things was not difficult, and just overall felt awesome. Looked better. My skin looked a lot better. I mean, there was just so much. So anyway, so unfortunately, you know, those of you who have followed my channel or know me IRL, know that I lost my brother and my dad in 2021. That was in November. And then before that, in September, I was in a bad car wreck with my friend, my bestie. And then in March of that year, so earlier still, I was attacked by 2 dogs while I was running in the park. And since then, things have just kind of gone downhill. So 2021 was a rough year. Lucky for me, I met the love of my life, and we've been together since. I think it was May of that year, and we've been officially together since July 3rd of 2021. So that's awesome. But regardless, I digress quite a bit. My sister and I, we had talked about it, and I told her, I'm like, I feel like we lost 2022. You know, we were grieving. One of our best kitty cats in the whole wide world passed away in January of 2022. So it was 3 deaths, three close to us deaths, kind of almost back to back. My dad and my brother were definitely back to back. But then Ernie Bubba Lyons, God rest his soul, passed away. So anyway, I don't mean to kind of recap that. I'm just saying that, like, everything has kind of steadily gone downhill since all of that, and during all of that, and now I am trying to kind of get back on track, and it's just been not happening. I've just not been doing it. The last week or so has been very rough on me. I've kind of ate my feelings a lot, so there's that, and I'm just like bummed out. Yeah, but so I am trying to come up with steps for myself to get myself back on track. And I know that the biggest one for me, the biggest hurdle for me, but also the thing that I think would be the best overall adjustment that I can make in my life is getting up earlier. I've been getting up out of bed usually about 45 minutes before I have to be at work, and that sucks. And I'm usually late. It's usually not more than like 3 to 5 minutes, but it still sucks. Sometimes it's a little bit more, and sometimes I'm on time, and occasionally I'm early, but I hate that, and I'm trying to fix it. So there's that. But I feel that if I could get up earlier, if I can get up at, like, say 6 o'clock in the morning instead of 7:45 every day, I could give myself about 20 to 30 minutes to wake up, and then I can either hit the gym or I can go for a walk outside or something, and maybe just do it for like 20, 30 minutes, and then I can come home and then maybe take a shower, and then I'll have energy, and I'll have, you know, already exercised for the day, and then kind of go from there and do what I need to do in the evenings. And then maybe that would give me, after about a week or two of that, I'm sure that I would start having more energy. I need to drink more water. I've not been like slacking on drinking water at all. I drink quite a bit of water, but I've added soda back into my diet quite a bit, and diet soda for the most part. But the last couple of days I've had just kind of regular loaded with sugar sludge, as my sister and I call it. Definitely sugar sludge. So again, and last night was kind of a low point for me. I ate my feelings. I had thought about drinking. I rarely drink, so when I do, it doesn't take much to get me to a point. But and I've come to find out that I'm the kind of person that kind of absorbs moods and feelings, so that's a bummer. And at work, the morale is quite low right now, and because of that morale being low and so many people, usually I can be like a beacon of happiness and positivity. usually, and lately, it is so overwhelmingly bummy at work that I haven't had that. So, anyway, I digress. I might re-record. I don't know. But I'm just not feeling very coherent right now. And I think I have like 4 minutes left before I have to go to work. So, so should I post this? If anybody has any good advice, I've read a lot. I've even studied stuff. I have listened to like Reddit videos, Reddit reading videos where they talk about great ways to start small or great ways to start, or how just starting is the big deal and all this other. And I feel like I'm knowledgeable in quite a bit of that. I'm just so, I hate to say unmotivated, because I feel like motivation kind of comes from within, or I can't remember who said it, but recently one of the motivational videos that I listened to talked about how when motivation wears off, discipline needs to take its place. And I have been remotivated many, many times. But the discipline is not there. And I know that that's what I need more than anything. So, anyway, I have said and a bajillion million times. And I am hopefully not going to be late. I think I've got just a few minutes. Yeah, I've just got a few minutes before I have to leave. So I will wrap it up by saying, while I have been trying, I have also been failing. I've had a couple of small successes here and there, but overall I have been failing, and I feel like a failure in a lot of different areas of my life, unfortunately, right now. Still haven't gotten my dad's estate taken care of, and I feel like I'm a failure in that aspect, and I feel like I'm a failure at work because I haven't gotten a lot of things done, and or I feel like I can't be as effective as I would like to. I feel like a failure physically because I'm not, my health and fitness is garbage right now. And sometimes even like as a partner in a relationship, I feel like a failure for various reasons, because sometimes I feel like he puts so much more in than I do and he deserves better, or that I'm just not good enough, which is something that I've kind of struggled with for a long time anyway. But yeah, just a lot of things. And like, I can't seem to get my house clean. And I'm not talking like, like it's just, we grew up with hoarders, my sister and I, and my brother, who is now passed on, but we grew up with hoarders. And it is hard to shake that. And we have so much junk in this house. And some of it is stuff that would be worthwhile if we had a good place for it. That way it's just not out, but at the same time, some of it is completely useless and really we haven't used it. There are other things that are kind of nostalgic that we like to keep. There's just like, I was talking with one of my coworkers today about how I almost wish that I could take all of this crap that I have in this house, especially in my room right now. My room's a disaster. To take all of this stuff that I have here and to bring it in boxes to the daycare and let everybody just pick through it and take what they want, and everything else I'll just donate to Goodwill and call it good and be done. But anyway, that being said, also I'm in the process of reading The Life-Changing Art of Tidying Up by Marie Kondo. And I finished this Gentle Art of Swedish Death Cleaning, and I forget the name of the author on that. I apologize, but The Gentle Art of Swedish Death Cleaning, partially for myself and partially for my dad, because my dad having passed away, we've got to clean up that whole mess that's down there in that other town with his house and everything. God, it's a disaster. So there's that. And then also I'm trying to, and I'm not saying that I need you to know I'm not ending myself, but the fact that I've seen so much death in my life already, I am trying to prepare myself and for if something should happen to me and the people who I'm leaving behind that might have to do something with my crap. So I've actually started the process with getting that taken care of as well, just in case, just because you never know when your number is up. I hate to say it, but it's true. And that became extremely evident when my mom passed away 13 years ago, 13 and a half. And then, my brother, he was 39 years old when he passed away in 21. So I am, again, just kind of like, trying to look forward to the future just in case something happens. I don't know. And then, of course, some of you know I'm engaged. I may have mentioned it in a previous video. I'm pretty sure I did. But I love that man with all my heart. But we have some very different values. Like, we've got a lot of the same core values, but we've got some different values and different religious outlooks. So I am also dealing with that and trying to figure out, like, we both, for example, we both want children, but I don't necessarily want to raise them in his faith. And I don't know that I'm okay with him playing that role and raising them with his faith, because I don't agree with a lot of things that are in his faith, without being too judgy. And that also, like, I was raised Christian and I support a lot of the real values that come with Christianity, but I don't believe the same anymore. So the fact that I was raised in, say, like a church-going household, and knowing that he was raised in the same manner and with slightly different views. Like, we've got a lot of the same core values, just that it's different. Religion and ritual are different. So it's complicated, and that's stressful. And unfortunately, when all these things come at me and bombard me, along with other situations that we have to take care of with our relationship, and what happens when we get married, where are we going to live, what's going to happen to this person, what's going to happen to that person, how are we going to raise children if we have children, because we both really want children. There's a lot. There's just and that's 2 years away before we get married. So, or at least tentatively right now, because we set our date for 2025. But I am just really, 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 really stressed out. And I am not, and knowing that I'm not doing the things that I need to do for my health, which would be I'm kind of paraphrasing, but I read the book 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And one of the things that the author talks about, I think his name is Stephen Covey, I think. He talks about, like, if there's something that you could change, and again, I'm paraphrasing like heavily, but if there's something that you can change in your life that would essentially have a domino effect on other problems that you have, then that thing is like a core thing that you need to fix. Because if you fix that, then it's going to make other aspects of your life easier or more effective, have a better flow, may even solve the problems that you have in these other aspects of your life. And so again, I come back to, I need to be eating better, because I physically feel better if I ate better. And I mentally feel better knowing that I ate better. I need to exercise, because that's going to make my body physically feel better. And it's also going to help my mind be more effective as well when I need to do what I need to do. I need to take time for myself without anybody, because as some of you know me, I'm an introvert. I ride the line, but I'm technically an introvert, and I need to be away from people. And people can include my darling, dear fiance and my sister, who are the 2 closest people to me in my life. And I need time away from them to do the things that I want to do, and I don't take that time. So it is hard to manage that as well. I'm going to be late for work. Anyway, so there's that. And I also need to get my house clean and reorganized, because that's going to be a bajillion different things that are going to, like, fall into place after that, big time. And then I also need to, if I could start waking up earlier and having a solid morning routine like I used to back when I was fit, or pretty damn fit, at least. You know, I wasn't, maybe not physically gorgeous, but like I was in great shape. I was in the best shape of my adult life, like 2.5, 3 years ago. So I am, again, on the struggle bus when it comes to all this. And I think that if I can conquer my mornings and have that routine, that would put everything else in motion. It wouldn't necessarily fix everything, but it would put me on the right path to be able to fix the things that I can fix, or at least put plans in place and actually implement those plans to fix the things. So thank you for letting me kind of talk myself into figuring this out. Again, I've just been in a really bad rut the last few weeks to the last few years, and like, I'll poke my head out of my hole every once in a while and feel better, and then I put my head back in the hole and don't feel good again, you know. So I'm working on it. So anyway, with that being said, have a lovely day. Make your choices, be your best self, live your best life, do the best you can. Try, even if it's something small. I know it's hard. I'm feeling it. But do your best. And I will talk to you in a future video. I will try to do the same. Thanks. Take care.